customers, and they're saying, "Thank you, madam," or no, this is him, sorry. He's saying, "Thank you, madam." I reply, and then it goes on. They say, it's been years since I've had such a good service." The woman continues rapping, "Isn't that right, Andy?" "Yes, dear," the husband replies. "He's the best waiter you've had in a long time." This is something you hear like all the time in the restaurant industry. When they give you so much praise, or they tell you we're gonna hook you up or something, you better best believe you're not gonna get tipped well, especially if they tell you we're gonna hook you up. And then Steve goes on to saying, in a like little paragraph, "It's a sudden feeling of unease settles over me. It's not that I'm uncomfortable with praise, far from it. It's just that experience has shown me the customers who heap verbal tribute upon their servers often do so at the expense of financial tribute. Operating under the gravely mistaken assumption that my landlord will accept utterances of 'good job' or 'yet you're the best' in lieu of government-backed currencies. These customers assign a monetary value to their laudations and deduct it from my financial compensation. We waiters call this the verbal tip," which is so freaking real. You don't understand like how many times I get that, and it's really annoying because what makes people think that you can just verbally say something and I will definitely love that more than money? I'm here to work. I'm here to work to make money to pay my bills and to go out and do whatever. Not to hear, "Oh, you're the best, this, and that." Like, I don't need my ego boost that much. Like, I'm not trying to say my ego's up this high, but I don't care that much about my ego and to, like, give up my tips, you know? Like, if I'm a good waiter, give me some money. Give me 25%. Shit. Okay. Anyways, now I'm going to go into more discussion on, like, the different tippers, because he actually characterizes Right, so the accountant is pretty much like the one that's like always precise and like for instance, like they'll tip you basically like, you know, it'd be like $16.98 and they're gonna tip you $16.98. It says $17. I hate seeing cents. Like, stop being so precise. If it's $16.12, give me $16. If it's $16.50, give me $17. Like, don't give me a cent. It's like that annoys the crap out of me. And then always the people who like are like always asking if things are too expensive or are mentioning that things are too expensive. They're too precise for me. Oh my gosh, like it's quite. Alright, so the next one is the compensator. And the compensator is basically like one of those people who, like they said, they treat you like crap, like you're scum, like you're a whore, but they'll tip you very well. I have not really experienced that at any places I've worked. I hope I don't, because that would make me really uncomfortable. There's like the flat tipper, which is like, doesn't matter what you do, they're always gonna give you 15%. I have a lot of customers like that. Like you be like best friends, you guys be joking around, laughing, whatever. You think, oh, because you guys are like getting tight, like they're gonna give you like 20% at least. Nope. They always give you 15%, no matter what. It's like, I hate those like those tippers, like they're whatever, but you get them everywhere. There's the ingratiator. I don't know how to say that either. So bad. But there's people, they act like they respect you for being like a blue collar worker or whatever, or the working man, the laborer. But like if you were, like you said, if you were to marry or be affiliated with their family in any way, they will look down at you. I don't know. I have a lot of people who seem very okay with me. They might feel like look down on me when they go home. I don't know, but my thing about that is I can't stand when people like judge servers. Like, you don't know what's going on in people's lives. For instance, I'm not some college dropout or some high school dropout. I have a degree actually in marketing, and I'm actually going back to school and trying to look for a job. And I happen to be a server, but that doesn't make me, like, you know, they have no right to judge someone's life, and they have no right to judge someone's life if you're a career server. I have the utmost respect for servers now, like utmost respect. And if they're a lifey or if they're a career server, they're fine. Like, that's what they want to do. It takes a strong and a certain person to be a server for the rest of their life. Like, I'm serious. Like, I can't explain to you that enough. I'm just gonna read this one out loud because there's like too much to put on the video. But this one is a sugar daddy. This is the out of shape, wealthy Litherios, I can't say some of these words, sorry, who tries securing sexual favors from waitresses by giving them embarrassing large tips. These mono-browed guys who should be popping Zoloft instead of Viagra think cash is going to make that hot-body 25-year-old overlook their shocking lack of social graces. The 3 ex-wives' personality disorders and their willy thicket of hair growing out of their ears. Repulsed at the thought of being purchased like cattle, most waitresses can spot these guys coming in a mile away. They'll take these men's money, of course, but that just when the guys start licking their lips in anticipation, the waitress will turn around and tell them they have a boyfriend and are married, are a lesbian, are transgendered, or are some combination thereof. Sadly, not all waitresses are immune to these nonsense. We've all seen neebishly looking rich guys squirrel. Okay, but anyways, they're basically those are just nasty old guys who like, yeah, yeah. I know, I never experienced that. Ugh, no. Average Joe is just a boring, typical tipper. They basically like either just like tip based off their experience in a range from 15 to 20, like you said. I don't know. Those are like pretty much all I get. The 10%ers, oh, I cannot stand the 10%ers. Oh my gosh. Like, these people, they piss me off. Like, you for real giving me 10%? Like, I can't even pay for a pack of gum with 10%. Like, I mean, it's just, yeah. A foreigner. And what is sad, the one thing I don't like about the restaurant industry is that there's a lot of judgment about race and stuff and foreign and culture based on tipping and money. And it pissed me off at first because, of course, like, let's say the #1 stereotype or one of the bad tippers are black people, and it pissed me off. Like, dude, stop. Like I understand, but just stop it. Like, irritated the crap out of me. And but yet I get black people who tip me very badly, and I'm not trying to say, yes, a lot of times black people do tip very badly, but I like to justify it. And you know what? You gotta think about where people come from. That a lot of people aren't around other people who, they're not really around people who know what you're supposed to tip, and maybe they haven't learned it. I don't know it, but you know. And then there's the foreign people who come from like Canada. Canadians don't tip, so when they come into America, they don't know the tip, how you're supposed to tip. And yeah, they should need to learn. That's my thing, is you come into a country, you need to learn their customs. It's like annoying when you just use excuses that, oh, I'm from this country. That's great. Okay, so when I go to your country, I'm gonna learn your customs and do that. I'm not gonna just walk into a Japanese person's house in Japan and not take my shoes off. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you have to, I hope that didn't offend anybody. But anyways, like, when you come here, learn how to tip. Don't leave me $1 on $100. Like, seriously, that's not gonna do anything for me but other piss me off. But yeah, so it's sad that we do that, but it is kind of true. Like, Australians, they don't tip there, you know. And I guess someone told me, like, you know, for Indian people, I don't know if this is right, but someone told me that In India, it is custom to tip 5 to 10%. Therefore, that's why a lot of Indians tip here 10%. And it's just like, okay, really. But learn how to tip in America. We tip 20% at least, or at least 15%, please 20%, you know? Okay, then there's the nice customer, which I wish I had a lot of. I do get these people a lot too. But you have the nice customers who decide to tip you 25% or up, and you're like, what? Like, oh my gosh, you love these customers and you wish there's more of them. They make my day. Oh, I love these customers. Steak or skate, and yeah, you know what finger I'm gonna put up. Like, that is what I feel about you people. You don't understand. Like, would you want a pay cut at your job? Wouldn't that piss you off? So if you don't tip me, that's like I'm getting a pay cut, and it pisses me off that cheapskates can't just tip or don't go out. Common sense. Yeah. For a waiter, I get a lot of these people, and I even do this sometimes too. I kind of hate when people mention I used to work in the industry or something. I don't like hate it, like I don't mind it, because when they say that, I know like that I should be getting a good tip. And if they don't tip me well, tip karma, come on. If you don't tip me well and you're still in the industry, you're gonna get a lifelong bad tips because you didn't tip me well. And you know, unless I'm like absolutely horrible, but you know, I don't know. Last two things I want to mention. Sorry if this is a really long video. Here's like a quote from his another quote from his book. It says, "Don't misunderstand. There's nothing wrong with being a waiter, but if you're a waiter who knows he should really be doing something else, the tension between what you are and who you think you should be can tear your psyche apart." I really love that quote because that's exactly how I feel right now. You know, like, I am not a waiter. Like, that's not my career. I like doing it when I first started. Now it's kind of just like I'm getting old. Not older, but like I just feel like years are going by and I'm still in the same place. I'm trying really hard to find another job and then going back to school, and all that mixed in between the fact that I'm still serving is really messing with me. Like, I like always ask for days off. When people ask to take my shifts, I let them. Like, I'm so over it. I need the money, but I just don't care enough to, like, you know, be there. Like, I'd rather stretch a dollar than go to work and, like, work. Over it. So anyways, basically just trying to say that this book was a really good read. I mean, it really benefited me to really know that I'm not the only one that feels the same way that Steve has, and he found his way, so one day I will find my way. But anyways, thank you so much for watching my video. Please, if you read this book, if leave your comments below. If you're a server, put some comments down below how you feel or whatever. Anyways, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.